everyone. Welcome to Infinite Light. My name is Shawnee. Today, as promised, I am going to address why it's been so hard in this last month. It's felt so heavy, why your emotions have been all out of whack, why you're having trouble grounding yourself. Some people are sleeping a ridiculous amount. Some people are not sleeping. Either way, just very tired. Some of y'all have been eating like you've never ate before and not even realizing what you're doing when you're doing it. Some of y'all have been fixated on anxiety causing planning for the future. What is the future going to look like? Super uncertain. Some of you have been so fixated on the past that you've caused yourself to go into a grave depression that it feels like, how am I going to move myself from this? And for a lot of us, it hit us like a ton of bricks. And I'm here to tell you, not only are you not alone, I know you hate hearing this from spiritualists, but I'm going to go ahead with this message. You are in what I am calling the 11th hour of training, and the pun is completely intended on that since this is the 11th month of the year. When I was in the military, we used to call it like just before you started like a new job or something just came online, like a new technology or something, they would call it just in time training. And that is quite literally what this is. The universe is using the new moon, the 1111 portal, and this today, as I'm recording it, the full moon, to really, really rev up the engines on those awakening so that we can be prepared for the coming new year. Now, that is not to say that you're going to get everything done in the next 60, 80, 90 days. This is meant to bring you to an awareness of the pain and the anguish and the fixations that you are experiencing right now. That awareness, should you choose, this is just like, I guess, Morpheus in the Matrix. You get the red pill or the blue pill. You get to choose. Do you stay in the pain? If you choose yes, stay in the pain. It's not going to go anywhere. You're going to start another cycle. The same things that you've been seeing happen throughout your life are going to happen again. You are going to meet another person, and it's going to be the same type of person you've been attracting your whole life. You are going to continue to spend or not spend or gain financial loss and stresses the way that you've always done. And be reactionary versus responding in a healed sort of way. You can do it. That's up to you. If that's what you want to do, you can plug back in to a degree to the matrix. But if you choose to be aware of yourself, be aware of the things that have been presenting themselves over the last month, a little bit plus, and work through that pain, work through that anguish, work through those fixations, then you will see a brighter future ahead for you. All right, let me talk about this. Though quite literally everybody is affected by the celestial movement in the universe right now. I feel, based off of the meditation that I did earlier today and the responses that I've got from some of my personal readings, some of the readings that I've done for the collective, and just like the the planets and their movements, there are like four main zodiac signs that are feeling the brunt of this energy the most. The first is the Aries. Aries, you, and I'm an Aries too. Um, Sun and rising in several other places in my chart. The reason why you, other than what I've already stated, the reason why you feel so unbelievably inwardly chaotic is because we as Aries are used to going, and having a direction of forward movement. Right now, it feels like we're stuck in a bottle, like like a jar, like a mason jar, and we're just running around in circles in here, and just the energy of that. There's no outlet. There's been no healthy outlet. That hence, like the eating, the spending the money, the heightened sexual activity, and the looping of the mind, the fixations on certain people, so on and so forth. Hence all of that, because there's because for the vast majority of you, you've been just like WTF, but not been able to pull yourself out of that for a second, or stop running in circles for a second to say, okay, how can I better utilize my energy? And what is going on? As the leaders of the zodiac, the universe is almost saying to the Aries community out there, I need you to heal. I need you to pay attention to what's going on inside of you, because I need you to lead the masses of the collective in the very near future. So it's almost like it's hitting us the worst. As leaders, you go first. You learn first. You create the objectives. You create the mission statement. You create so on and so forth. And then you help bring others to your level. The next is the Sagittarius. Now, the way that these energies work, when there's a new moon, when there's a portal open, when there's a full moon, they don't just end at 12 o'clock midnight, that, that very next day, boom, the energy is gone. No, like there's literally like a residual. The portal stays open it's open a little while before and a little while after. We are heading in days away from Sagittarius season, and the Sag started feeling this in the last month plus as well, because the Sagittarius is going to be unbelievably important in 2025. 2025 equals 9, and Sagittarius is the ninth in the astrology wheel. So 9 and 9 there. So it's almost like, Sag, you're up. Why is Sag going to be so important in this 9th year? Because they are the spiritual warriors. And in my experience, again, being in the military, but this can work for real estate. It can work for anything. Whenever you are going someplace that you haven't been before, whenever you're purchasing a contract of a company you've maybe never been before, you send people out before you go there to check and make sure the building is okay, to check and make sure everything is safe, to check and make sure that you know your routes, the paperwork, the money, all that stuff. Make sure that you've got people in certain places to almost think of like bodyguards. They go out first to make sure that everything is clear. They make sure everything's clear. They hold it, and then open the door for the Aries. So it's almost like us moving together, almost like this. And Sagittarius is going to be energetically kind of surrounding us to elevate the rest of the community. Scorpio is feeling it because we're in Scorpio season, and the 11/11 portal happened in Scorpio season. The new moon at the beginning of the month of November happened in Scorpio season. But the biggest thing that comes with the Scorpio, when we're talking about tarot, the card most associated with them is the Death card. Now listen to me. The Death card, unlike the Tower card, is a slow burn. You making the choice to reevaluate a situation, situations where you currently are in life and release that which does not serve you. Also, too, if we're thinking about the Sagittarius, if we go right back to them for a second, their major arcana card is Temperance, and that's finding balance. And you're not going to find true balance in that, like, kind of like the Two of Cups. And I'm thinking about love here, because this is very, very heavy love for a lot of people in the community who are frustrated. It surrounds the idea, the feeling of love, the reciprocation of love, the safety of love, moving forward in love. That's where I'm getting this idea of the Two of Cups in that Temperance card. You are not going to be able to usher in the love of a lifetime unless you take a look at this pain that's surrounding you. Taurus is going to be hit heavy. Now, this full moon today, as I'm recording this, is in the sign of Taurus. This full moon in Taurus, Taurans, the bulls, they are cautious. And they really do believe in kind of keeping it all together, but almost sometimes to a point of not wanting to budge or change. And so this moon is trying to get that energy off of you, the things that you've been overtly cautious about. It reminds me of them being the Hierophant in the major arcana. The Hierophant is what? Like marriage, is government, is religion. So it's almost like the full moon in Taurus is causing you to take a look at those establishments in your life, in your environment, in your society, in your culture, and say, what in these things do not serve you anymore? What have you been giving too much power to? Where can you release? You've been overly cautious or ignoring or pushing away these pains. Let's talk about pain and emotions for a second, okay? You're going to feel emotions like crazy right now. Number one, it is 1,000,000% okay to feel those emotions. Feel them. After you've gone through them, evaluate that. And this doesn't have to take hours sitting on the floor, writing out whole like maps and plans. Literally just take a little bit and get some introspection. Why did this trigger me? Why am I crying? Is perfect because you're releasing that extra pressure inside of you. But what happened? Why did I cry? And why did it feel so good? Why did I react the way that I did? Where did that anger come from? Where did that sadness come from? Why do I hate that word so much, whatever it is? Why am I eating so much? Why am I so addicted to this person from my past that I really, really think that that person who's never been shit is going to just magically be like, oh, I'm a different person. I'm everything that you've ever wanted. Here I am. Do you know what I mean? Why? Why do I feel comfortable in the pain of the past? And why am I so focused on that? And why am I so focused on the future? And why am I not paying attention to the here and now? What am I so afraid of about my present moment? And why am I so afraid of being successful? The way to be successful and to utilize these energies is to not try to hide from the pain. And I quoted this a couple of months, or last month, I said, and I took it from a kid song, I took it from a Michael Jackson song, you can't go over it, you can't go under it, you have to go through it. The universe is utilizing you heavily. It wants you to evaluate, to pay attention, to wake up, to be aware of where you are right now where you want to go, and what needs to be released in order to be there. Sometimes you got to be a little bit delusional, and that's okay. I want to be a millionaire. I want to be connected to a new love, a man of my dreams. I want to be the parent I did not receive. I want to have such and such vehicle. I want to have a business that is world known around the world. I want to be a face that people recognize and trust that I'm delivering them the truth. Like, these are literally my truths that I'm talking about. And I know that I deserve them. And I know that I am worthy of them. How did I get to this point? Because I damn sure didn't feel like this last year. Shoot, I didn't even feel like this a couple of days ago, because if you actually pay attention to my page, I was in a slump. You want to know why I was stuck? You want to know why I was stuck? Love. Or something that I thought was love. But what it actually was me reverting to an attachment of the past because it felt comfortable, even though it was extremely toxic, even though it caused me to be personify all that I think now to this day is negative characteristics in myself. And I still wanted to revert back to that. And I was fighting it and fighting it and fighting it. And finally, through the grace of God, through the love of the universe, and I just snapped out of it. And I've been ever since then really, really evaluating all of the things I said earlier. But it's taken me a year to realize that I have been working towards that moment, that epiphany that I had a couple of days ago. And I've been working hard. Guys, I have been working hard. And because I've been working so hard, I already know that what's on the other side of this is something absolutely beautiful. And I want that to be a true feeling, a true inner knowing that you have as well. And so that's why I'm recording this video for you. I'm going to pull just a couple of cards for the collective so that it's not just me talking the whole time. This is actually the second time I recorded this video. The first time I recorded it was an hour long. What? What is she talking about that it's an hour long? All of this, but with tangents. Have y'all been going off on tangents lately? I sure have. You're not alone. You're not alone. You are not alone. Here it is. Isolation, physical connection, and community. Isolation. I have said over and over again, what needs to happen is you need to ground yourself. And how do you do that? You need to get out of your house. You need to get around healthy people. You need to ingest healthy things. And I'm not just talking about food. I'm talking about the music that you listen to. If you're feeling woe is me, don't go listen to Lithium by what is the like sad music. Listen to uplifting music. Do a sound bath of high frequency for the healing, frequency for a calm mind. What you and even what you're ingesting on YouTube. If you know that you are having an issue with the past, stop watching tarot readings that say reconciliation. Every single time that you get those tarot readings and it doesn't happen within the next 24 hours, you and I both know you become an absolute wreck. Here's the thing. What if the reconciliation is with the soulmate that was intended for you in this lifetime and not the karmic that you keep looking at? Isolation in sort of like the hermit mode as far as you, or the Four of Swords, when you're self-evaluating and healing is different. But if you're staying in the house all of the time and you're not surrounding yourself by nature, by other positive people, then you're gonna just fall deeper and deeper into a hole. Connecting to the spirits, to the angelic realm, to the creator, to the ascendant masters, to the universe, to whichever God it is you feel comfortable acknowledging as such. It's going to be so unbelievably powerful. Connecting to yourself is where you start. We, the Hathors, very Egyptian past life, very much Egyptian past life sort of visuals on this card. Deep love, mother's milk, birth as a portal. Go back to where it began. I said this just a couple of days ago in my video. When it all goes wrong, go back to the beginning. Where did it start? Where did my negative feelings towards money come from? Why do I feel like being in an abusive, toxic, cyclical, toxic cycle sort of relationship? Why do I think that that's love? Why am I constantly yelling at my kids, angry at my kids, rushing my kids? Why do I feel tense when somebody's chewing loudly, or shuts the microwave door loudly, or walks around the house loudly? Realize that a lot of the trauma that we hold as adults come from childhood. So when it all goes wrong, go to the beginning. You have done this before many lifetimes. This lifetime, however, is different because we came here, those that are sensitive, those that are still watching this video, we came here for a purpose, and the purpose is to elevate ourselves in a way that as a collective we can elevate this entire, this entire earth plane. Not every person can come with us, but Mother Gaia is just waiting for this shift in us so that we can be elevated to this 4G, 5G plane. And it's not a bunch of crap. If it was a bunch of crap, if at the end of the day you became a more healed person, why is that a bad thing? Why is that a bad thing? If at the end of the day you became a better lover, why would that be a bad thing? If at the end of the day you became more secure financially, why would that be a bad thing? If at the end of the day you would become a better parent, dog parent, cat parent, snake parent, I don't know, why would that be a bad thing? Coworker, business owner, more creative, why would that be a bad thing? You're worth it. I know in the heck I am. I don't care if it sounds delusional. And I'm going to say something that Terrence Howard said not too long ago. I'm going to throw humility to the side and say, I deserve it. And you should get to a point. You should want to get to that point. I have all faith that if you just take a deep breath and decide which pill you want to take, no matter which road you go on, you will be successful in that feat. You just choose, okay? Guys, I am extending as much positive energy and light out to you as I possibly can. If you want to work with me in any capacity, my Information is down below. I am offering a sale on 2 of my services throughout the rest of the month of November, and I hope to see you guys. If you like this video, please don't forget to actually like the video, subscribe, turn on that bell notification button, and put a comment down below where you're watching this video from and how it's resonated for you. Okay? Love you guys. Bye.